ejpstudiospodcast on the Reddit Stories series.
In this video, we uncover 3 of r/self striking stories: seeing yourself reflected in someone else, realizing your parents' humanity at your own age, and confronting the quiet sadness of adult loneliness. Each story reveals how perspective, empathy, and connection shape the way we grow and understand our place in the world. I met someone just like me and I can't stand them. I started trade school and I met this girl who I ended up sharing a dorm with. She's timid, shy, awkward, and a little immature. I immediately liked her because she reminded me of myself a few years ago. But now it's been 2 weeks of knowing her and I'm exhausted. She has a breakdown almost every day. She can't confidently speak in front of more than 2 people at a time. She speaks in this fake high-pitched baby voice that usually changes when others aren't around. She has sobbing episodes right when it's time to sleep. She's always talking about her abusive ex-boyfriend. She's always worried about her appearance. She relies on me for information even when I don't have it. She's slightly manipulative and will cry if you hold her accountable for something. She has many more problems than I thought she did, and for some reason she's attached herself to me and I don't have the heart to set boundaries because I know she'll literally have a breakdown. I just try and calm her down. And I'm not the most comforting person, like I hate physical contact, but that's usually the only way to calm her down. I never know what to say other than, "You're gonna be okay," and I've stayed up super late at night sitting next to her while she sobs and refuses to explain why she's sobbing. She reminds me so much of myself before I got diagnosed with BPD, and I think that's why I don't want to judge her too hard. When me and other females in the dorm building had to change dorms, she had a panic attack when she found out we were moving to separate rooms. To calm her down, they just put us back in a room together. But my experience at trade school has sucked so far because I'm exhausted. Seeing yourself in someone else can hit a nerve, especially when you've worked hard to change. You're not responsible for managing her emotions even if you understand them. Boundaries don't make you a bad person, they just keep you functioning. If you think you would have benefited and changed from someone talking sense into you back when you were like this, why not be that person to her? Just because you've been a similar way doesn't mean it's your job to take care of a whole human being now. I've done the same. I've given a lot and had a lot taken and then treated like I was horrible after I had to break it off because of the mental gymnastics. You are not the same. You can offer peace, in moments, a kind glance or gesture, but do not give more of yourself than you know is right. Take care of yourself first, dear. You're reinforcing the behaviors. Until you set those boundaries, nothing will change. I've lived this experience. Your post caught my eye and gave me a small chuckle of recognition. Not because I'm laughing at you, but because I've been where you are. When we begin to grow and change into our better selves, meeting people like our old selves feels like nails on a chalkboard, but it also proves to us that we have done the work and made progress. Maybe this is why I'm seeing your post. Do you see? Set those boundaries and move on. Let her know that while you see her struggling, you can no longer be the only one she turns to. If you are happy to help on occasion, remember that her occasion is likely very different from your own. I made that mistake too. Show her to the counselor's office or give her a list of sliding scale therapists to turn to. Believe me when I say this can and will go on until you are no longer the you that you want to be. Good luck. I realized I'm the same age my mom was when she had me, and it really changed how I see her. I'm 23 and my mom was 23 too when she had me. I've been really thinking about that a lot lately because I cannot imagine having a kid right now. I can barely keep my flowers and plants long enough. I forget to eat properly. I stay way too long watching documentaries about random stuff that has nothing to do with my life, and so on. And here you have my mom who had me at my age. A whole human she was responsible for. I used to judge her for things, like not knowing stuff, for making mistakes, for not being like the other better moms in my eyes that seem to have everything and all together. But since I'm her age right now and I have nothing properly figured out, I'm literally out here trying to pay my bills on time and remember to call my loved ones when I can. It made my look at old photos really different too. There she is, 23 years old, holding me, smiling, and I used to think she looked grown up, or at least is. But that's far from the truth. She looks exactly like me. Just hoping she wasn't messing up, and I think she did an incredible job. I know she made mistakes, and I won't pretend like she didn't. But for the first time, I'm looking at her not as my mom, but as a person who was my age and decided to show up and do everything she can anyways, even when she didn't know how. I think that takes something, and I think a lot of our parents have this in common, and I don't think I ever have her credit for that. I had a similar shift of my perspective, only I also got pregnant at 19 and 20. My empathy for my own parents grew tremendously having walked in their shoes. Weird takeaway. My parents had me when they were 20-ish. And as someone who was once 20-ish, my only takeaway is that they're complete idiots. Heard that too. I used to think that people back then would mature faster, but I doubt that. The only logical reason I can think of is that the economics, lower cost of living, and social environment, expectations from family, created such era. Also, if I'm not wrong, back then, single income could often support a large family. Sounds like these thoughts could make for a really heartfelt letter or card, especially on Mother's Day. I promise you it'll mean more to her than anything. Just like you said, parents are average folks just like us, and having a kid is terrifying. But a lot of parents don't have their own parents around anymore to tell them they're doing a good job. So, at least, that's how I imagine I'd feel as a mom. I'd want someone to acknowledge me and reassure me. Anyone else notice that making friends as an adult has basically become impossible and nobody talks about how genuinely sad that is? I'm 31. I moved to a new city 3 years ago for work. Told myself I'd put myself out there, and I have. I go to a climbing gym, I've tried meetup groups, I say yes to things I'd normally skip. I'm not shy or socially weird, at least I don't think I am. And yet, I have zero friends here. Not many friends, zero. I have coworkers I like, I have people I chat with at the gym, but nobody who texts me on a weekend, nobody I'd call if something bad happened, nobody who'd notice if I just stopped showing up somewhere. What baffles me is how normalized this seems to be. When I've mentioned it to people, almost everyone just nods and goes, yeah, it's really hard after your mid-20s. Like we've all just collectively accepted that adult friendship is a dying thing and moved on. I think about how friendships form shared time, repeated contact, no agenda, and realize modern life is almost perfectly designed to prevent all three. Everyone's overworked. Everyone lives spread out. Everything is scheduled and transactional. Even when you do connect with someone, there's this weird pressure to make plans rather than just hanging out. I don't really have a question. I just wanted to say it out loud because it's one of those things that feels too embarrassing to admit in real life, which is maybe part of the problem. If you've actually managed to build a real friendship after 28 or so, I'd genuinely love to know how. Yeah, this is one of those things that feels weirdly universal but also kinda invisible in day-to-day life. Everyone talks about how difficult and sad it is, along with all the barriers they are facing. I'm in the same boat, my friend, along with many. I think the trick to making friends as an adult is to actively participate in organized/community activities that are of interest to you, or do things like disc golf or something that gets you outside and away from tech, and you bump into like-minded people, and now you've got new friends in an activity you're interested in. Experiencing this currently as a 31-year-old man as well. My mid to late 20s was basically my years of adapting to a lonely life. I have joined clubs, made friends at work, go out to concerts, and I can talk to just about anybody. My HR gave me an enthusiastic award for being the most outgoing and lively person at my company, over 100 people, yet I go home to my empty, silent apartment. I go on vacations alone, concerts alone, the bar alone, go for walks by myself, nobody to enjoy anything with, talk to, no support, nothing. It hit me when I questioned who would even carry my casket if I died. Nobody, and it's so f***ed up. If I got married, I wouldn't have a best man or anybody to support me. It's just sad, man. I do have friends that I talk to, but they already have their close friend groups, so I'm basically somebody they hang out with after all their other life things, so it's like one time a month and just a few hours. It's not a real friendship by any means. I have no idea how to help the situation, or make any changes that will end with me finding a lifelong group of people I can call friends and rely on. I just want people to talk to and share the moments of life with so I can create memories while I'm still here. No idea what's next. I've accepted that I'll probably be that old guy, single uncle who just existed and never had the opportunity to live a more full and social life. Communities are important. Socializing is important. Humans are supposed to be more social and communicate. As a species, it's how we've thrived to become what we are today. In the end, I am still trying to find energy and hope that I can one day find myself a part of a friend group. I realize that life often mirrors back parts of ourselves. Like a friend of mine whose passion for buses remind me of my own childhood interests. It also shows how my priorities and interests shift with time. I recognize that tension between nostalgia and growth teaches me that it's okay to evolve, even if it means not fully tuning into every detail of someone else's world. Realizing my parents once stood at the same uncertain stage I'm in now reframes responsibility as a shared universal journey. Empathy becomes the bridge that connects our struggles, reminding me that mistakes don't erase effort. And when life feels overwhelming, I've learned that boundaries, honest communication, and spontaneity make it manageable. The value lies in knowing we're not alone. Growth is messy. Connection requires vulnerability. And fulfillment comes from balancing responsibility with gratitude and openness to life's flow. These stories reveal how an individual's daily struggles carry deeper lessons about resilience and meaning. OP1 feels drained by a friend who mirrors their past self, showing how boundaries protect growth and prevent old patterns from resurfacing. OP2 realizes their mother was the same age when raising a child, reframing judgment into empathy and respect for the courage it takes to show up despite uncertainty. And OP3 voices the quiet sadness of adult loneliness, exposing how modern life often undermines the simple foundations of friendship. Together, these experiences remind us that growth is not about constant excitement, but about recognizing limits, valuing stability, and finding connection when life feels stagnant. They show us that challenges in relationships, routines, and identity are part of a shared human journey. The long-term lesson is that fulfillment endures through gratitude, honest boundaries, and the courage to keep seeking meaning in everyday life.